Time on my hands since you've been away.
Hey boy.
That ain't what I called y'all for. Nessa girl. So I'm up this morning listening to the Mary J. Blige live album from 1997-98, and I'm in the mirror brushing my teeth and everything. And I thought about the death of this young rapper yesterday, and forgive me if I'm saying his name wrong. XXXTentacion, they call him Triple X, I believe. So when I first heard about the young man being killed, I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of just was like, damn, that's messed up. And I flipped on to other news, largely because I'm really unfamiliar. I could not begin to tell you what this young man sings or any of those other 20-year-old or younger rappers in his genre area. If it ain't Anita Baker and Shaka Khan, the doll don't know much about it. But I really started thinking about the larger cultural implications of what's going on and just basically how the world is fucking going to hell in a goddamn handbasket thanks to social media, this music, and lack of parenting. And it created an angle in which I can use this situation to come and talk to y'all. The first thing that I want to bring to the forefront is the fact that this music, this social media, and this imaging that these young people are seeing has our world fucked, okay? You can call it freedom of expression. You can call it respectability politics. But I'm sorry, there is a direct correlation between the way people look, how they act, their swag, attitudes, and appearances. First and foremost, when you look like a thug, there's no other way for the outside world to treat you than like a thug. When you look like a slut, there's no other way for people to receive you than like a slut. Now, I don't know this young man. I don't know his family. I don't know his upbringing. I don't even know any of the circumstances surrounding his death. And I'm not talking about this young man in particular. I'm talking about this imaging as a whole. These kids these days with all this shit in their mouth, they can't speak, tattoos and gang signs and street signs and sign language tattooed all over their goddamn face. Hair is just like, miss me with the freedom of expression bullshit, and here is why. Why these kids, these rappers, these IG people, these actors, why they around here beefing, talking shit, bitch, they are living behind pearly gates with ounces of drugs, but with tons and tons of security out front. Anybody can talk big shit on Instagram in their backyard in their Palm Springs mini mansion. On the flip side of things, your dumb ass, hard-headed ass child running around trying to imitate these motherfuckers, not knowing that they living in the everlap of the goddamn luxury, and police shooting their goddamn ass, people clenching their goddamn purses, and people receiving them as thugs, even though they may not be. Now, some of y'all gonna get on me with the whole miss me with the respectability politics, whether we're in a suit or we're in baggy pants and a sweatshirt with tattoos on our face, we still a nigga to the white folk. And while I agree to a degree, I still think that there are certain things that our kids and people can do to mitigate the chances of them being perceived in the wrong light. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to knock these kids' freedom of expression, but when their expression is correlates with gang banging and things that the general society has come to be known with gang affiliation, then I'm sorry. I have to put my foot down. I have to be the fucking adult in this situation. This young man lost his life at 20 years old. I looked at some of his Instagram posts. I looked at some of the ways he was talking, some of the things he was doing, and don't get me wrong, it's consistent with the hip-hop community in its present form. But what I'm not understanding is where the hell are the parents and the family in situations like this? First of all, I don't give a damn. Some of y'all folks live by this. After my child turned 18, I'm done. They can do what they want to do. They grown. 18 is such an arbitrary number because I can assure you my parents were still controlling my ass to a solid 22, 23. It wasn't until I graduated college and got my own apartment and had enough income in my pocket to tell them folks to kiss my damn ass and lick it with it was I turned loose in the world. Even if I had came into millions of dollars at 20 years old, I don't know that my family would have allowed me to express myself in some of the ways that these kids are doing with the tattoos on their face and all the cussing and all this faux gang banging on Instagram. My mom and my grandma then would have called me and been like, Mary from the church called me, take that shit down right now. So, you know, that's the first thing I want to touch on. Secondly, and more importantly, as a society in entertainment and in popular culture, we have got to stop glorifying gang banging and fucking baby mama-ism and sluttiness. We've got to stop glorifying it because the thing of the matter is, unlike when I grew up, I'm an 83 baby, okay? But my mama was born in 53. Them 53 parents, them 60-something-year-old parents, they instilled the fear of goddamn God in us. And although I heard NWA and all them talking about fuck the police and Lil' Kim talking about used to be afraid of the dick, now she throwing lips to the shit, bitch, I knew better to repeat it, and I knew better to ever run out into the streets and try to imitate it. But whatever the fuck kind of half-ass parenting that y'all hoes doing now, these kids don't know the difference between art and life. And furthermore, they can't differentiate the fact that the people that's rapping this gang banging and perpetuating this shit ain't even living the life that they selling y'all kids. And y'all ain't even raising y'all kids good enough to know the goddamn difference. Y'all turning them loose in the street at 14 years old and they looking up the motherfucking Chief Keef and Kodak Black with all that dumb shit in his mouth and all the rest of these dumb motherfuckers with all these goddamn names that I can't pronounce. And I'm just like, Lord, y'all wonder why the fuck the world going to hell in a handbasket. When I was young, during that whole gangster rap, Lil' Kim movement, get from back there. That whole Lil' Kim gangster rap situation, I and my people, we was able to sing that music and enjoy it and know the damn difference. These kids, for whatever reason, they don't know the difference, and because they don't, we have got to stop glorifying this shit. We have got to stop glorifying this fuck school, fuck the status quo, upload a song to SoundCloud saying God knows what with God knows what in your damn mouth about God knows what, and making these kids rich because it is fucking up our youth. You got all the old Crips and Bloods and gang people now telling these kids, child, we're older now, we realized it was stupid, stop, stop, stop. But these kids too damn stupid to know the damn difference. And see, here's the thing that I'm not understanding either. Nobody wants to die. Okay? Nobody wants to die. I don't give a damn what the hardest rapper with the hardest entourage. You get a motherfucker alone and put a gun in their goddamn face, you will watch them turn into every bitch known to man. Nobody wants to die. Nobody wants to be shot. Nobody want to bust no guns. No, no, no. Do them niggas bust their guns? Hell no. We don't want to bust no guns. Hell no, Troy. You see what I'm saying? And it's like these guys get on this Instagram with all this social media beef. Our kids don't know the damn difference. And the reality of the situation is they beefing with motherfuckers that live 2,000, 8,000, 7,000 miles away, tucked between pearly gates and security, while your child beefing with a motherfucker around the corner. So what ends up happening is they imitating what the fuck they see in the TMZ, on the World Star Hip Hop, on the Instagram. They pulling guns and thinking you gotta shoot some damn body. You know you got to be out your damn mind to shoot some damn body, to shoot them dead in the damn street. To shoot them dead in the street, y'all. Something got to be wrong with you. And it's somebody's fault. I don't fucked around and choke. I don't want to choke to death either. Nobody wants to be shot, and nobody wants to choke to death like I almost did. But the difference is, while they beefing, got entourages and security, your child gotta walk to the corner store to get a soda and a honey bun. And all that yapping off and faux gang banging that they doing on this damn social media is catching up with our youth. Moreover, and speaking of social media, cell phones and social media have just really sent our entire planet to hell. God, throw the whole earth away. Bring back the dinosaurs. What in the entire fuck is wrong with you that somebody is laying there lifeless and you sitting there holding your phone? Never once in that video did I hear anybody say, oh my God, call 911. What's going on? Trying to administer CPR, trying to pull the damn boy out the car, trying to slap him in the face. I mean, no side of trying to help the damn young man. Now, they may have already ascertained that he was dead, and maybe that's why there was no revival situation going on. But what's sad is that you people have filmed this shit and uploaded it to social media, and I'm even more bothered by people in my industry colleagues that have reposted the video of this boy's lifeless body. Did anybody ever stop to think, what about if this is the way his mama, his daddy, his grandmother found out that he was dead? As they scroll through their timeline, their child laying lifeless. Nobody wants to be remembered that way. And it's just like empathy, class, and couth has gone out of the way. Has completely gone out of the window in exchange for likes and clicks. I never gave y'all this story, and I keep hinting to it, but it's part of the reason why I shut my damn blog down, because I did not like contributing to this whole culture of doing all this shit that's just fucking wrong for the general good of society, for personal gain, likes, and popularity. Wake the fuck up, people. Like that is just, I wish we could go back to a world where things were just simpler, where motherfuckers had a phone with a 20-inch cord hanging up in the kitchen and each family member had to share the goddamn phone. I got my first cell phone in 1998. I was in the 11th grade. I had a prime code prepaid phone. In 1998, I was maybe one of 30 people in a class of 700 that had a goddamn cell phone. When I got to college, by the time I graduated in 05, by 2003, only half the college students at Florida State University even had a goddamn cell phone. Now, y'all motherfuckers is going down to the schoolhouse cussing out the elementary school teachers for not allowing your third grader to answer the damn phone when you call them in the middle of class. This cell phone generation has just fucked up the way we do things. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I almost wish the internet and cell phones would just fucking disappear, because it seems like culturally and from a societal standpoint, we were doing much better, or at least acting somewhat more civilized without these modern conveniences and technological advancements. Here's the last thing that I want to point on. It is very hard for me, being an outside citizen, mourning and having sympathy for anybody's family member and or child that's a part of that whole gang banging culture. I don't, and again, I'm not talking about this young man. I don't know this young man's history. I don't know nothing about this man or what he sings. I am talking in general about people with family members who subscribe to this bullshit that we're seeing on Instagram with these young ass rappers going back and forth. Let me tell you something. You can't get on the gram, tell people you gonna bust guns, shoot them up, do this, do that, tie their damn family up, and then when your family member get got first, want to stand up on a goddamn press conference and talk about little Johnny was a good ass child with a good ass life ahead of him. No, the fuck he wasn't, and it's hard for me to feel some goddamn sympathy. sympathy. And if little Johnny was all that goddamn good, and if you raised him right, he wouldn't be doing all of this flexing and fronting for the gram. Let me tell you something. You talk shit long enough and ain't nothing left but for you to get busted in the mouth. You threaten to shoot people long enough and ain't nothing left but for you to get shot first. I'm not understanding, and do the general population and these young people who subscribe to this gang mentality and this gang culture not understand how this story ends? Do they not? And now everybody want to run to the nearest flea market and get a rest in peace, sleep in peace t-shirt, but the time to have rested in peace and rest easy was while you was on earth, not doing all this catty bullshit. Again, my condolences go out to the family, and I am not speaking specifically about XXXTentacion. It prompted me to speak on a larger issue, and it's this social media gangbanging that the music industry, as far as I'm concerned, are perpetuating. Y'all, they're killing our youth. It takes a village to raise a child, and I'm gonna need for y'all hoes to get your village in order.